All right, guys, Mongo here. Quick update on the whole market. So if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen I posted this potential playing out. I was expecting a retest of the 72,500 range. And if I go back to earlier last night, so I missed the entire capitulation due to work, but I was looking at getting in this neck of the woods. I still missed it due to some clients I had to deal with, and then I got the back test. So I got in right here, and then I rode this entire thing up. So I'm up about 300%, took profit. I've got about 25% of my trade left riding. I think we're going to have something in the neighborhood of we'll probably have a target after this bounce about towards 75,000. Upside target here is really my target is still sitting at 74,864. But let's just round up, say 75. You've got some rounding here. You have some bullish divergence playing out. We're not holding the local 618. We're currently holding this 786. So I'm looking for a bounce. If I show you guys my other fun stuff, we have starting to have some increasing open interest. So usually telling that longs are starting to come in. We have some key levels we're bouncing in without as well. We could have a flash crash. The daily open is all the way down here. So sometimes we'd like to revisit the daily open and then go higher. But at the moment, I think we're going to hold this level and move up. We're currently holding. We're still below the point of control for the day. We're below the VWAP. You want to get back above the VWAP. VWAP sitting up here at 72,765. Let's zoom in here for you. Yeah, market just opened. I don't see too much in terms of leverage. Longs or shorts, we're just kind of fading around, and I'm assuming the institutions are looking for a buy point. So, again, momentum's going up, price is going down. It's usually very bullish, so we should have a pop here very shortly. So that is Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. It's just rocketing, or it was. You hit a high of a new all-time high of 4,084. No, excuse me, not all-time high. Excuse local high. I think our all-time high is still close to like 4,900. Let's take a look here. Daily. Yeah, so we're getting a rejection to 786, which is concerning, but we should push through. So we are up here at 4867. So $4,867.81 is kind of what I have, roughly speaking, based on the exchange. This is based on Coinbase. So a nice push up, a little consolidation. Let's take a zoom in here on the 24-minute. Yeah, we're just shaking people out. If Bitcoin moves higher, well, this is also, looks like it's going to be a rounding top. It could be a distribution pattern, but a lot of times these fake people out and you have whales that push. So I still have a near-term target of $4,500 for Ethereum. So that is roughly a move of somewhere in there. It's about 13 to 15% based on where we're at the time. So I'm not much is going on there. Let's go back to Fetch AI. Let's delete all this stuff. I've got too much garbage on my chart. There we go. Immediately, this is either going to be really bullish or really bearish. You got a W pattern or you've got a head and shoulders. So be careful. This could be a head and shoulders. If that's the case, we're coming down lower. And if that's the case, let's do the two different things here. Pull from the head down here to the neckline. Let's call this the neckline. Be very conservative here. I'll call that the neckline. You know, that's somewhere looking at 207. But seeing, you got to be very careful here. We need to get it back above. We haven't really invalidated it. So you really need to push back through this up here. You get back above the 296 mark. Pierce it and hold it, I think it's going to invalidate it. There's too many what ifs right now. So if you wanted to long this or just start the dollar cost average, go ahead and do so. It is much more bullish looking in general, just because you have more of a sharp W versus what's really bearish. You start seeing rounding like this. This is what's bearish. So that's not bullish. You want to see sharp ups and downs. historically. So not always the case, but depends on manipulation. So also here on market site for A, you'll see these yellow X's. That's usually whales manipulating the market. So I think we're looking at a bounce point at this point. Locally, you have an inverted head and shoulders, and it may have already played out. You have something like this. And if we did a drawing, not quite yet. So it gets you, you're really going to retest this 297 mark most likely. All right, so that's FET. AVAX. Bull flag. Freaking beautiful. This thing is still rocking. I'm still have my $83 target. We've hit my $50 target. We're sitting at $54.32. This is my largest, second largest bag behind Pulse Chain. You know, I always like to draw bull flags because they actually do play out half the time. And again, it's an art form. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just kind of as many candle touches as you can get in a candle. The most likely that trend line is going to hold and or be respected. So you had a bull flag here, break up, another bull flag here. So just do the local polls for these. So this is how you do a measured move for these in general. Again, none of you perfect. But say you break out there. It gives you another near-term target of $65. So that's AVAX band protocol. Let's see. Doing its grind. It's finally leveling off, which is good. So these are like little mini Wyckoffs in here where you have these little springs and then they pump up. You're having a little mini one here. Usually cleanse the weak hands, get more in the dump. Come kind of form a big W pattern or a double bottom. Still a long-term hold for me. We're still really far off from where we should be. We're just, in terms of the whole macro picture for this coin, I mean, look how far out, look, you are on the bottom. So drag this down to the current price. Yeah, you're 788% roughly speaking off the all-time high. So most coins will have a rejection somewhere between the 50 and the 618 fib. We've got to get back above. Let's move this chart around a little bit. All right, so the next point we're looking at, again, near-term target is at $5.26. Once you get back over the 236, you have the value area high for this whole bottom here at $8.24. And then really once you get above the 382, which is at $9.34, we're going to start to move. So I'm not losing hope, not losing faith. This is, again, a huge integral part for the ecosystem in terms of blockchain technologies. It's the number 2 behind Chainlink. So oracles, oracles, oracles. Without oracles, you'd have nothing. You'd have smart contracts that can't talk to each other. The API couldn't be pulled in. All kinds of fun stuff. Let's look at Rune. Rune was pumping like crazy. Well, there's no real reason to look in. Wow, that's just gone to the moon. Let's give you guys some fib targets. Pull them off the wick. Up here to the high. So you're likely going to have some kind of corrective structure. You could do that one and get more of a macro picture. And then I like to zoom in if I'm going to trade this. If I really want to see if it's going to bounce, I would set some alarms based off this local fib. I mean, obviously this is a short position, technically speaking, but the scalp short, you want to be careful. A lot of times you get squeezed right now, especially if Bitcoin pumps. You're going to squeeze all these shorts on the smaller coins. Yeah, so you want to see 1060 hold, which is the 382, and then come down 1005, and then worst case scenario, take this liquidity and bounce, which would be a lot of this area in here. So this yellow line too, which is also in confluence. So the 236 on the more of the macro perspective at $9.76 would be a good bounce as well. Money flow is really strong, so this is looking super bullish. Solana. We're getting a rejection off of something. Hold on here. It's just an old fib I didn't fix. Zoom out for you a little more. Yeah, we need to get back above this 618. Once you get it back above that, most like all the VCs who wanted to have sold have already sold, at least in the short term, so you don't have to worry about them continuing to dump on you from the FTX debacle. Same thing as I just did over there. You just pull a fib, but you can already see the order blocks I'm targeting. So on the larger time frames, you're looking for a pullback to like 143. It would take most of this liquidity under here, but there's no guarantee. At this point, just DCA if you want to get into this coin. Otherwise, just wait for more of a significant pullback. All right, let's head over to Pulse Chain. Ink has been doing well. Someone just dumped a bunch of ink. Overall, it's been outperforming everything else. Let's look at Pulse Chain, Pulse X, PLS. Someone's dumping a bunch. Someone has dumped $50,000. So the same wallet just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. You got a whale wallet here. Wallet ending in 8FFO is dumping on both of these, I think. Nope, incorrect. But I don't like how it says unknown balance. These must be just sacrifice wallets that someone has now decided to start selling from. So we still have some short-term targets we haven't hit yet. For those of you who haven't paid attention, Richard Hart has rotated sacrifice money into Ethereum. 170,000 ETH he now holds in that wallet. So he's already up a lot. He's up $400 on each ETH, I think. So do the math on 170,000 times 400. I think he's playing the ETF route. That's what Sami is kind of suspecting, that Bitcoin ETF, get towards the all-time high, sell ETH, and then rotate it back into Pulse Chain to pump the crap out of it. So all speculation. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows? I'm still holding it. It's still my largest bag in front of AVAX and Band Protocol. And everything else, I'm just leveraged and swing trading. So that is that. But let's just look at this overall, all time. Can't complain. Remember this being at 50 cents. It's sitting at $8.87. You have a 2,100% increase. Same thing with PLSX, 865% from the bottom. Pulse Chain's up 400%. Hex is struggling because of the whole Hex debacle of PHEX versus EHEX. So, and what else I got here? Let's see what Zen's doing. Zen's pumping. I've been selling my Zen on the way down. I have some more Zen coming out between now and the end of the month. I may just hold on to the last bit. I can only have like 5 billion Zen left, which isn't anything crazy. I think it's like $5,000 bucks, something like that. So I don't need the money. I may just let it ride and see what happens. It's like a 20x to the all-time high or the near-term local high, so it could run. And then I'll dump it then. Who knows? But Zen has an interesting, if you haven't looked into this and look at to Jack Levin, he's a very smart guy, one of the original Google tech/devs. He's a smart cookie. I like the guy personally. I like the project. He's got an interesting take on blockchain technologies. So I always want to have my toe in the water with some of his stuff as well because he's just brilliant. So do some research on that. If you haven't already, let's check out Wolf. Wolf is taking a poo-poo. I did sell, I think I told you. I sold on this one, on this bounce right here. I saw the rejection. I sold in this general area. I was already up. I don't know if it shows on here. I bought in down here. So I bought in around the 618, which is now the 618, but back then it was still bull flagging. Or here. No, excuse me. I bought it down here, so which is now the 786. So I already doubled my money. Took a lot of it out up at the top here, which just broke out. Took half out. Rotated some of the Brett. Brett went to zero, basically. Brett's been a scam, in my opinion. It's a slow rug. I won't even show that on stream. It's just not worth showing people. But this one seems to have the community still pushing it. I got in at 8 million, so it's now down to 10. So if this bounces in the near term, I may look at taking another small percentage of what I made for profit and just rotating it back in as a gamble. But you have to realize meme coins are 100% gamble. You could lose all your money. So that's it. All right, let's go back over to Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the live trades. You got a bunch of shorts coming in on a push up. So looks like New York starting to take hold and see if they can't drive the price up. Let's go back to the other chart. 5 minute. Nice. So we did. We swept liquidity. Nice job. Beautiful. That's what you want to see as a capitulation. Let the whales fill their massive bags and pump you higher. So very, very nice. It's just like you saw yesterday. You had this. You had this as a liquidity grab and then run. You had a liquidity grab and you're most likely going to run again. So, all right, guys, that's it. Nothing I say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, head to Crypto Blackwall on Twitter and the Blockguard Discord. Thank you.